Sorry about that, Israel. That last video I uploaded, I had to delete it. There was no audio with the little documentary that I uploaded with it. It's super strange. I have no idea how the audio fell out when I uploaded it, but I'm gonna try it again and see if I can get the audio to work in the little documentary clip. Shalom, Israel. We are back again. Hope everything is going well on your end on this Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom. So look at what we have here. Yes, those are locusts that you see on the screen. The Most High continues to do his thing, and the Most High God of Israel, Yahweh, continues to communicate to us and the rest of the world about these very prophetic times we are in. This first clip is actually just a short documentary that the BBC put together, and it shows the devastation that locusts can do when they get in these huge swarms. Because yes, we all know that these locusts are a sign that the Most High is getting ready to do his thing and bring judgment upon this wicked earth plane. But another thing that these locusts signify is famine is coming. That's another reason the Most High is showing us all these locusts around the world. These locusts devastate crops. They devastate farmland. And they can devastate the whole ecosystem of the food chain. That's what's about to happen. Most High is spelling it out for us right in front of our face. Famine is coming. And yes, I stand corrected in that last video. I apologize for that. I meant to say Joseph and not Joshua. It was Joseph in Egypt who spoke to the Pharaoh about the famine who was coming. I apologize for that. So let's get into this, Israel. First, we're going to see this documentary about how devastating these locusts. I mean, these swarms are huge here in this documentary, but the swarms are huge that go around these cities. And now they're in Vegas. Heading east, maybe. Could see them out here in Arizona next. Devastating crops out here in Arizona. But right now, these locusts are going to get well fed, eating up all the crops in Vegas. And they're actually on the Vegas Strip, causing havoc and confusion. Oh, I got a good clip for you there. This guy out here, he documented them all up and down the Vegas Strip. But we're going to get into that. Let's get into this little documentary here. And I'll speak as we go.
There is no other species on the planet that responds as quickly and as dramatically to the good times as the desert locust. Eggs that have remained in the ground for 20 years begin to hatch. The young locusts are known as hoppers, for at this stage they're flightless. They find new feeding grounds by following the smell of sprouting grass. Normally, it takes 4 weeks for hoppers to become adults, but when the conditions are right, as now, their development switches to the fast track. As the vegetation in one place begins to run out, the winged adults release pheromones, scent messages, which tell others in the group that they must move on. And when groups merge, they form a swarm. adult locust eats its entire body weight every day, and a whole swarm can consume literally hundreds of tons of vegetation. They have to keep on moving. The swarm travels with the wind. It's the most energy-saving way of flying. Following the flow of wind means that they're always heading toward areas of low pressure, places where wind meets rain and vegetation starts to grow. As they fly, swarms join up with other swarms to form gigantic plagues several billion strong and as much as 40 miles wide. They will consume every edible thing that lies in their path. This is one of planet Earth's greatest spectacles. It's rarely seen on this scale, and it won't last long. Once the food has gone, the steady roar of a billion beating locust wings will once again be replaced by nothing more than the sound of the desert wind.
So there you have it. Yes, these locusts are very devastating to crops and the food supply. And yes, we do have famine coming. And we can feel a lot of tension and anxiety in the air right now. I know a lot of the family members are emailing me and they're sharing their stories, and yes, there is a lot of tension in the air. We have what we call now the calm before the storm. Even with all these events that are going on every day that are very extraordinary, we all know deep in our stomach we haven't seen nothing yet. Yahweh's still shadow boxing. He hasn't even gotten the ring. And so, of course, our anxiety and our tension is running high. We know it's coming. We know it's about to go down. We just have to do our best to stay calm and stay focused, Israel. And we got to have faith in our Father that He's going to have our back. No matter what the situation is, no matter where we are, He is going to have our back. And He can pull anybody out of any situation in any place if that is His will. He's going to do His thing. It's up to us every day to pray for His protection. To pray for our protection. He don't need protection. He's good to go. Pray for our protection. And pray that He looks after our family. Every day, we should be praying for the whole nation of Israel. Because we know this is the calm before the storm. We all see it every day, the fake news, not reporting anything relevant. But when the big events go down, they'll have no choice. They're going to have to report that. There will be no hiding that. Stay calm and stay focused, Israel, the best we can. But let's have faith in our Father, Yahweh. Lord willing, He'll pull us out of this madness before it gets too bad. But even if He doesn't, we just keep going hard into the end. And we endure to the end. And we stick together and we help our family members out the best we can. That's what He's asked us to do. He's asked us to stay on point and follow His laws and commandments the best we can do. That's what He's asked us to do. Let's get into this. Gentleman right here is walking down the strip. I'm not sure what this guy's name is, but he's walking down the Vegas Strip showing these locusts are everywhere. And let's take note of how these people are just drinking and partying and being merry, just like they did in the days of the flood. I'll kind of turn this down a little bit. And here we go. Let's go. So here we go. You can see him everywhere under the lights right here. It's 1 in the morning, but you know Vegas never sleeps. The freaks come out at night. This is a very difficult place to be in right now, because just one earthquake and that Hoover Dam cracks, all this place is flooded out. If you happen to be in this area, you know, of course, you stay prayed up like you're anywhere else. But you probably want to be in a situation where you can try to get out of there kind of quick if that Hoover Dam goes. I think a lot of Vegas sits under the level of the Hoover Dam. But again, you know, we're not supposed to be here living in fear every day, other than the fear of the Most High. We're people of the Spirit. We're not people of the flesh. Even if your flesh should go, your spirit will still live on. That's one of the ways Esau has used to control us in this wicked world, is he has everybody afraid to die, everybody afraid of this and afraid of that. The Most High's never asked us to be afraid to die, or afraid for our flesh to die, because you can't kill our spirit, you can't kill our soul. Listen, everybody laughing and joking. There's still no fear of Yahweh in the air. There's no fear of Yahweh among the general public, that's for sure. And sure, in our heathen days, we've all been to Vegas, most of us. But hopefully, most folks in the truth, they're not going to any place like this unless they need to for business or conference or some reason that they really need to be there. And when the Most High says, "Come out of her, my people," this is what he's talking about. Come out from this wicked world, because it's about to be destroyed. This whole place has been red tagged. Every one of these locusts you can picture, they have a little red tag on them, tagging all these places for destruction. Every locust that touches one of these buildings, it's like a red tag. And probably every locust that touches a person, he's red tagging them too. And a lot of people in the comment section for this video, they don't have a clue what's going on. Still laughing and joking about all this, pretending that this is just some seasonal thing that happens all the time. There's nothing seasonal about this. This is unprecedented. He says they're on Fremont Street. Look at Jake over there. He's on his phone. He should be on the hotline to Yahweh trying to get up out of there. And these locusts are in the city, but you can bet most of them are trying to get around some type of food source. They're in the fields and in the crops. There's not much for these locusts to eat around here. So he gonna walk down here to this little club area. People looking to get their groove on. I guess they better get that groove on. They ain't gonna see much more grooving in the future. Here we are at the Vanguard Club. Drinking and being merry. Not having a clue the devastation that awaits this place. Look at them. They can barely sit there and stand for a second. Locusts all over this dude's back. One on this dude's shoulder. But we gotta get our party on. We gotta get our drink on. We ain't gonna let a few locusts slow us down. Look at all those dead locusts. It's just showing you death is coming. Death is all around them in the street. There you go. Go, Eve. Get your groove on. Look at this. That dude act like they ain't never been in the country. No, this is even unprecedented, even if you're in the country. Look at that dude. Looks like he got locusts all in his afro. The guy taking the money. He just gonna keep on working on. It's hilarious. It's all fun and games still to the heathen nations. It's all fun and games. And all the lights in Vegas, I mean, that attracts them even more. So he gonna walk across the street and you gonna look on this little island thing. They just everywhere. So the guy said there's more this summer. Yeah, there's been more this year. They've been all over the world. And look at even up here on the second deck up here, people still outside. Locus ain't gonna phase them up there. They only got the G lit up. Everything falling apart in Babylon. This is it. We're watching the downfall of Babylon right here. That's what we witness in Israel. This is it. This is Babylon's last hooray. Red tagged for destruction, Babylon. This is it. I think we've seen enough of this. Y'all get the picture. Famine is coming. We see the pestilence. We see the plagues. All these diseases that have been dormant for decades. We got the plague coming back. I thought we beat the bubonic plague. How is the plague coming back? Measles coming back. Flesh-eating bacteria. You have to be a really sleepy fool to not see that things are changing and we are in unprecedented times. Yeah, when that famine hits, people will be eating up a locust. Be like a cheeseburger to a lot of these folks. You get hungry enough, I guess. Yeah, he talking about eating them. Some dude just died. Some Moab dude. Moabite, eating some poisonous, I think it was a centipede or something, poisonous lizard and a poisonous centipede. He was doing it live on camera. Went in his room and saw the dude laid out on his ground dead on his floor in his apartment suite. They've got no respect for any of Yahweh's laws and what we're supposed to be eating. And now Yahweh judging them, ain't he? Did it live streamed him eating some poisonous insects. And we can bet it's probably going to start coming where people eating any type of pork, he's probably going to do something to poison all the pigs. You know that's coming. But yeah, you see the times we're in Israel. Just a quick news update. No, it ain't the heat of the rain. It's going to be the heat of Yahweh bringing this judgment. That's what it's going to be, the judgment of Yahweh. It's going to be the year of judgment. That's what we're going to call it. The year of wrath and the year of balance. The credit system has run out here in Babylon. And Yahweh's calling in all loans. Everything that's owed is now due. Everybody got to pay up. Shalom, Israel.